I'm gonna start. Like right now. Slower. Gonna deploy. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the team I was using last time. Hola Aries, ¿cómo estás? Three, four, five.
걸맞는 곳이어야 할 거다.
반드시 팬다.
Darius,
아비들도
how are you?
거미지.
Oh my god. Is this very loud for you? It's so loud for me. What? Why is it so loud? Heathcliff the Heartbroken. I see distorted Heathcliff before me. Hello Arctic! How are you? Bien, ¿y tú? Yo también estoy bien. Estoy muy llena. Estoy súper llena. Estoy aquí para que no me den ganas de acostarme. Que a veces después de cenar me dan ganas de acostarme. He mauls, rapes, and tears into everything before him. That roar, growl, so loud. But his mournful holding is tinged with so much pain that it hurts me to even listen.
실험관에 있는 사람들, 연구원들, 데드 레비츠들 하나도 가릴 거 없이
Who are the
남김없이
people
해치고 있어.
trapped in the glass pots? If we were to get in his way,
저희조차 공격.
this will be a difficult battle for everyone. ¿Cómo estuvo la cena? Bien, bien, estuvo bien. Comí mucho. La comida estaba buena. We live nothing but deep gashes in our hearts, but even so, we have to bring him back. Wait, who? I forgot. Who was the one? Is that Heathcliff? Our Heathcliff or is it the other Heathcliff? Is it not the other Heathcliff? Bro got the dog. What was it? Is he letting the dog out? Is that how it works? I guess it kind of looks like a dog. Maybe? I hope I can just win this battle. Maybe I should read the skills. I think Wolf is better.
매번 기발한 발상을
You're right.
떠올리시네요.
Is this our Heathcliff? I'm thinking now because we weren't able to deploy. Like you cannot deploy Heathcliff for
비록 함께
this
전장에 나서는 건
battle.
아니지만 저희를 이끌어주는 건
감상은 어떤가요?
일이에요. 이번에도 분명
Why can't I remember how the last part ended? Like the last stream? I don't remember what happened in the story. Kind of confused.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라. 그려낸다.
nice music. But is this our Heathcliff or the other Heathcliff? Like the one... What was it? The one that was behind the rabbit mask.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
Wait, he's ours? When did this happen? I don't remember this happening. What happened with the other Heathcliff? Oh wait, did he just like disappear from the story after we defeated him? The other Heathcliff? I kind of remember fighting with the other Heathcliff. I just don't remember how we got from there to here.
감상은 어떤가요?
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
Do you think I can finish this canto today? I kinda want the stream not to be too long.
다소 즐겁고
there's some things I wanna check out after this stream.
이
There are
순간이
many sales going on right now, like the Steam sale, and then the Amazon Prime Day. I don't have Prime, but I might get Prime just to get some stuff. I'm not sure, but I believe the Prime Day deals are until today.
감상은 어떤가요?
Other Cliff died, but it turns out the other Cliff was Linton's sister. Linton. That's Linton's sister. I don't remember any of this. What? Why can't I remember any of these?
이 순간이 다 되어내리라. 숨막히도록 견뎌왔고 절박하게 갈망했으며 헤아릴 수 없이 저주했으니
This is so pretty. Oh my goodness, everyone's on the verge of dying. I like the music. I might have to restart this. Do you think? Why is everyone...
그대는
이
어디까지 가고
순간이
있을지
다 되어내리라.
Earthling and Wild Hunt, while similar, aren't the same. Yeah. They kind of look similar,
몰아치며
but I got it. Different Heathcliffs.
처절한 원망.
계속 앞으로 돌아
I really like the music.
아비규환
They had like a metal, I don't know, like screamo part, screamo-ish part, and then the part just now sounded kind of like epic slash calmer. I should be able to clear the level. Nice. Heathcliff, the heartbroken, is shaking and stumbling. What is the fluid dribbling from his mouth? Is it blood or tears of sorrow? This might be our chance to convey something to Heathcliff. Heathcliff, you have us. Yes. Come back. is it red? Why is this not red if this is red? Oh, because it can have 5. Got it. But this can have 4. What does it mean? Heathcliff, I carefully try talking to him, but he shrinks back as though he's afraid of something. Maybe my voice can't reach him. I ask Rodion to relay my words to Heathcliff. I can't empathize with everything you've gone through. I haven't experienced, but what? I skipped. Maybe the words had an effect on him. I don't know if this helped him or if all we did was pouring salt on his wounds, but he's getting back up to his feet. I'm certain that this is far from over.
자, 봤지? 난 믿어주면 될 수 있어. 이 순간이 다 되었네. 정확하게.
It's far from over. Two of the sinners are almost dead. Dying?
이제 완.
와, 봤어요,
저희
달님?
영감은
돌아오면
도와주신
칭찬을 잔뜩 해주셔야겠는걸요?
Is this over? Oh,
그러니까 네이한테 들킨다면
Lily
이번에야말로
might give
정말
us a super
초절
sleepy
꿀밤을 맞을지도 몰라.
what's a super sleepy smack? Is she just smacking them unconscious so that they sleep?
그리고
Besides, the front
지금쯤이면
gate has got
아마
to be
대문도
closed and locked by
걸어둔
now.
여기는
This is
자,
now ready?
무슨 준비를
Ready for what?
참,
My Heathcliff, didn't I tell you to pay
내가
attention
말했듯이
when I'm speaking?
저기 언덕
Ready to race
꼭대기에서부터
from the top of that hill to the gardens?
누가 아마
I'll win
이번에야말로
this
내가
time, I'm sure of
이길걸?
it. She's so cute.
캐시, 너 신발
Hello, father.
잃어버렸는데
I'm good. Very full. I'm stuffed. How are you? But Kathy, you don't have your shoes. Hey, I suppose Nelly will have to lecture me then. Doesn't matter though.
뭐 어때? 상관없어.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I think it was a Ghibli movie, like a Studio Ghibli movie. I think there's a movie where like it was this family. I think there were 2 daughters, maybe 1 or 2. And then one of the daughters went out the house, like just right out the front door without shoes. And the father like scolded her, but like by slapping her. And I was so shocked. Just because she went out barefoot. That was like, what? Kind of reminded me of that, cause she has no shoes, and says that she will be lectured.
안돼 캐시.
왜?
Why not?
왜냐면은
Because
지금 저 집으로 가면
they'll spot us,
커다란 개들이
and
우리를 쫓을 거야. 그리고
one of them will
그중
bite your
하나가
ankle.
너의
You.
발목을
Oh wait,
묶고
this happened?
피가 많이 날
You'll
거야.
bleed a lot enough to keep your wounds
몇 주
when
동안
bandaged for
붕대를
weeks. I
감아야 했을
regretted it day and night that it should
내가
have been
대신
me
다쳤어야
who.
했다고.
Aw.
그리고
집에서 나온 사람들은 너를 치료해주기 위해 집안으로 데려간 뒤
Really in the middle of writing my story. Nice. You must do during gacha games. That's cause I'm very curious about the end of this canto or like chapter, and also cause this is the best way to get points for the event since I haven't caught up with the main story here, so I cannot really do the event stories. So it's hard for me to get event points. The fastest or like the most tolerable way to get points is by playing the main story, because I don't really like doing mirror dungeon. I feel like it's time consuming, although it's not that time consuming. But and yeah, Wuthering Waves was because of the collaboration. Kind of wanted to finish that quickly, so it depends. If I want to do like an event or something, I'll probably do gachas. If not, I'll probably play something that's not a gacha. Although I still don't know what I'm gonna stream next. I think I want to play the FPS game, but I also have many games I bought already, so I'm not sure. But I might actually buy the FPS game now since there's a sale going on.
말이야.
You'll
네
meet
기분은
Linton
어때?
모든 사람들이 너를 보고
because
넋이
you're the most
나갔었지.
beautiful person in the world.
너는 나를
He
주고
left me
먼저
behind in that
가셨지.
manner.
심장이
My heart sank to its
밑도
deepest
끝도 없이
depths.
내려앉는 느낌이었어. 나중에서야
Now that I think
생각해보니
about it, I felt
비참하다는
wretched.
기분. 네가 발목을 다친 것도 화가 났고
I hated that
비싼 그림
I
같은
wasn't a
그
part of that
장면에
posh picture with you and the
나를
others.
속인 너와
I felt
내가
that we could no longer be together
그
ever again.
일로 힌들리 오빠는
So here
내게
you're nearly to
머릿속까지
completely
화가 냈지.
neglect your
그리고
care.
나는 5주 동안 이 저택에 머물렀고
My sister
결국
Isabella. It
네가
was to say
처음으로
which eventually
나를 거부하게
became the
된
reason you
이유가
denied me for the
딱 이
first time.
순간까진
하지만 난 지금 가야 해.
Because this is but a diary of
왜냐하면
mine.
이미 일어난
You
일을
can't
바꿀
change
수는
the
그래도
past.
난 이 날을 좋아했어.
나도 그래 히스클리프.
Aww.
그래서 영원히 기억해 놓으려고
So that I will hold these
일기장을
memories to
빼곡하게
eternity's
써
end.
내 소중한 기억.
My most precious memories. Aww. Hopefully you could play any non-gacha games at PS next time. I don't think I'll do Ace Attorney so soon. I have in my cart currently the series of games. I think it's called The Frog Detective. I think it's kind of like what was it, like Grimoire? I think they have a game. I don't think it's released yet, but I think they're coming up with a third game soon. Like it's gonna be released soon. Actually, I'm not sure if it already released. Doom? Are you okay, Heathcliff? Who's back?
더럽고 그리고 이 시체들과
These bodies,
너네들
your wounds I did that, didn't I?
이상하네. 이번에
Strange, I thought if I
모든
went
걸
wild,
때리고
smashed
소금하면
everything to
속이
pieces, the
후련해질
weight in
줄
my heart will be
이번엔
lifted, but
그렇지
no,
않아.
not this time, not at all. This
오히려
feels awful.
그놈과
How am I
결국
any
다를
different
것도
from that
없는
prick
놈이잖아.
Hindley,
그저 눈앞에
full of
있는
blind
것들을
hatred against
부수겠다는
everything in front of me,
생각만
desiring
가득
nothing but destruction?
제일 끔찍했던 건 내가 그
I was
상태에서
suggesting
계속
Call of
머무르고 싶어
Duty 4.
했다는 거야.
Wait, let me write it down somewhere, because I always forget. Okay, I have something to write on. Wait, just need a pen. Okay, this is not a pen, but it works. It's alright, wrote it down. Hola Celes, hola Dro, ¿cómo estás? Si falto a 2 streams seguidos significa que ya volé alto. No puede ser. Hola Miguel, ¿cómo estás?
왜냐하면
Because I couldn't bear to simply sit there and do nothing. No, you're not like him because you came back.
이번엔
This time,
돌아왔지만
sure, but
그다음
what if it happens again?
또
Who's to
안
say that there
그럴
won't be a
거라면
next
그냥
time?
힘든
Maybe
놈이
Hindley,
맞았을
that
수도
prick
있어.
was right. I'm
글러먹은
unsalvageable.
놈이라 바뀌었다는 건
Unsalvageable.
가소로는 착각일 뿐이었고
Did I change? No, I deluded myself into believing that I did, like the... What's a dullard? Dullard?
이런 식으로 획가닥한다.
This is what I do, what I am. A destroyer who
진짜
brings ruin
모습이라고.
to everything until there isn't anything left to pulverize. If it happens again, I can't guarantee that I'll succeed, but will try again.
야, 시계는 넌 스스로 모르겠지만 정신이
When I'm starting
나가버리거나
to lose my mind, when I'm completely blinded and deafened, when I feel my sense of self, my very being slowly fading away into the
아주
dark,
희미하게 들려오는
I
소리가
hear that faint noise.
지긋지긋한 시계 소리.
Noise of a clock!
그걸로 다시 눈이 떠져.
Because I'm your manager, bringing you back to your past is what I do. The sound of my clock awakens them, steers them back to their paths. We're forging on anyway, like feeling our way through a dark maze, learning its shape with every step we take. Okay. Si falta 2 streams seguidos significa que ya volé alto y que... Bueno, voy a esperar que no falten a 2 streams seguidos.
하지만
OG Modern Warfare is a trilogy just like Ace Attorney.
여전히
¿The trilogy?
아무것도
¿Serás que jugarás la próxima semana? Tal vez un... No, nada de eso. La próxima semana, no sé. Pero para el stream de español será terminar Paper Trail, el juego que he estado jugando, y entonces la semana de más arriba sí, entonces sería Resident Evil. Creo que sí. Me
이것
tomó
좀 확인해야 할 것 같은데요.
Me tomó 3.5 meses terminar, o 14 directos terminar Resident Evil 1. Les dije la vez pasada, me puse a revisar. Así que tal vez en 4 meses termino Resident Evil 2. No estoy muy segura. You guys might want to come take a look at this.
아까 쓰러뜨린
Look at the corpse of the dead rabbit spots we defeated earlier.
죽은 건
This isn't Heathcliff
다른
from the
세계에서
other
온
world. I
히스클리프
don't think
씨가 아니라
we've ever seen this person before.
이 얼굴
이사벨라 아가씨.
Isabella. Isabella at Garlington's younger sister. She came by this manor a few times along with Linton.
그놈은
He
진짜가
wasn't even
아니었어.
real. We lost him. This technology they're using to summon identities, it's definitely a lot like our own. So they're using the bodies of other people to manifest identities of other people. Buenas, Gar, ¿cómo estás? ¿Y el Among Us? Sí le prometí un Among Us creo que el año pasado o antepasado, pero no sería en directo porque no pueden ver lo que yo tengo en mi pantalla. No. Tal vez... no sé, déjeme pensarla. Goku le gana. ¿Qué? Yo le doy 2 streams más al Paper. No, ya casi termino. Creo que en la próxima. Y el Kartik. El Kartik sí puede ser en directo. Kartik lo jugamos en directo. Yo me acuerdo, Scribble y yo sí lo jugamos. No me acuerdo de Kartik. This technology they're using to summon identity. Oh, I already read this. There have been a total of 4 separate instances of lightning strikes. Mercer was the first to break the silence. The most logical course of action from the perspective of our company would have been to wait until the golden bow becomes available to us.
아, 그래.
아니,
Allow me to finish, Heathcliff. I am beginning to feel the need to practice hastening my speech. We have experienced consistent escalation of risk merely by moving about the manor. Moreover, it is growing increasingly difficult to ensure Heathcliff's safety. Therefore, in conclusion, I judge that we may have to stop the lightning from striking.
설사 그것이 황금거지를 구하지 못한 결과로 이어진다 해도
I don't understand the logic. I got a weird cough again. I thought I was getting better. Since yesterday, I've had a weird cough. Everyone fell silent deep in thought after hearing Morceau's judgment. It wasn't a decision based on cold hard facts that we had come to expect from him.
확실히
Salud, gracias. What is Among Us? ¿De qué hablan? Yo le prometí a Blox hace mucho tiempo, o pues a todos en general, que íbamos a jugar Among Us un día. Aún no ha sucedido. Se puede hacer, pero no en directo. I have to go. I'm going to enjoy the lagoon at the place of I'm saying I'll record later. Alright, have fun. Thank you for coming to the stream. Deberías dejar de fumar. Ah, no. ¿Cómo digo? Descubrieron la verdad. No, es que yo siento que este es el problema de trabajar en una oficina con muchas personas. Siempre alguien está enfermo en algún momento. Lo que significa que siempre hay riesgo de que te enfermes. Agreed. It never appeared that the lightning strikes were a result of our natural phenomena. It always struck at the most dramatic moments, always on a certain trigger, killing the manor's power without fail.
벼락이
첫 번째 벼락은
First one was, at the
그자들이
funeral when they were reading
캐서린
Catherine's
사내야.
will.
히스가 캐서린 이름을
It was when Heath called out
두 번째
Catherine's name.
벼락은 린튼 씨가 세 번째는
When Healy drew his last breath and
모든 게 완전히
Linton's exhausted voice broke through our musings. There was a hollow look in his eyes. His face, already so sallow, had lost even more of its color, but he stood tall. Linton's gaze lingers for a moment on his sister's mangled corpse before moving toward Catherine in the coffin.
내 여동생
Isabella, my dearest sister. So this is how our reunion was to be. It feels like it was just yesterday that you left our home without a word.
소식조차
She
시답잖은
did send me a few
편지들을
childish
보낸 적은
letters that
있었네.
she'd met her fated partner, that she's found true love, but she couldn't possibly introduce me to this person as I would surely refuse to give my blessings.
너 스스로가
나는
I'm
정해진
merely followed the
설계대로
path laid before me. The lightning has struck 4 times.
그래, 우리도
관리자님
I can tell from
말투를
the way
보아
that man is
내린
speaking that he may know the conditions
저자는
that trigger the lightning strikes.
벼락.
Lightning strikes. Each strike of lightning is a blessing,
그녀의 마음
for it
속에
signifies that you have a
들어있다는
place
것이.
in her heart. He wore the expression of deep, bottomless pain. It didn't change the fact that Linton was still extremely suspicious and had quite a lot of things to answer for, but it began to sink in that he was also a man who was grieving for someone he loved.
자네에게 거짓말을 했네.
I lied to you, Heathcliff.
히스클리프.
Esa promesa la hizo desde el primer stream. El Among Us solo vivirá en una promesa. Es que no puede ser en directo. No sé si cancelo un directo y hacemos Among Us en Discord. Podría ser. Eso te pasa por creerle o no.
우리는
Our
행복한
marriage was never
결혼
happy,
생활을
but I have spent my entire life
나는
struggling to earn a
평생을
place in her
그녀의
heart,
계속해서
knocking
그
and knocking
방에
so that she will let
들어가기
me in.
하지만 내겐
Yet there was
여전히
nothing. She never
묵묵부답하지.
once gave me an answer.
예.
Even now she remains silent.
린튼군.
Linton.
그것이 이
Nothing. None of that justifies the
끔찍한
atrocity
실험실을
that you have committed in
대답이
building
될
this
수는
abominable laboratory. Oh, he made this.
이렇게 많은 숫자의 사람들이 어떻게
I have
여태껏
given
들키지
some
않고
thought
납치가
as to
될
how
수
so many
있었을지
people could disappear without
생각해보았다.
leaving a shred of
단순히
evidence. It
갱단
cannot be said
여론만에서
that
납치를
gangs kidnapped them by
자행했다기에는
force, for there were no
주위엔
signs of
좌석이
resistance.
통째로 실종되기도 하는 등
There have also been cases
여럿이
of
한꺼번에 납치된 정황 역시
simultaneous disappearances.
많았다고
Sometimes
하였지.
even entire families will disappear
그 기사를 다
all at
읽었던
once.
거야?
그렇다면
Then it can be reasoned that they weren't taken
막무가내로
against their
끌고 간 것이
will. It will be more
오히려
believable
이들이
to say that they
자발적으로
followed their
이동했다는
would-be
것이.
kidnappers willingly.
그렇다면 납치범은 저택에 일자리를
What,
내어주겠다거나
did you offer them a job at the
근사한
manor?
식사 대접
인간을
An experiment to
만들어내는
produce a
실험가도군.
human, or so it was called. Yet I cannot imagine a
아무리
single human
생각을
for
해보아도
being for
이
whom this
모든 희생을 감당할 만큼
heinous
가치 있는 인간을
experimentations, all this sacrifice, this
만들어낼
suffering will have
수는
been
없을
worth
것
it
같소.
for.
린트님,
Even if
아무리
it was Miss
캐서린
Catherine
아가씨의
who asked you to do this,
부탁이었다지만
this is too.
캐서린이
Catherine, she asked you to
이
do all
모든
this.
걸 알면서도 부탁했.
Linton receives the sinner's deluge of resentful accusations with an unsteering expression.
그래.
I will not deny that everything was by Catherine's request, but it was by my will that every one of her requests were carried out to the letter.
그러니까 대체 왜 캐서린이?
I'm asking you why.
이유는 단 한 번도 물어본 적
Tienes
없어.
razón. Es mi culpa. Merezco ser baneado. No, ningún ban. I was thinking about abandoning. How was Celespheres? It's like an orbiting around you, like planets. Could be. Spheres are cute, I guess. Celestial Order. Ya somos Cenicientations. No tenemos nombre oficial. Hello, Roland. Angela has turned me into a Uma. I don't know what she's gonna. Angela is from a previous game. Is she?
그저
All I ever
부탁받은
cared about was endlessly endeavoring to carry out her wishes, to do as I was told.
그러니까
With your
대체
family's
왜요?
wealth, you could have just lived out the
당신의
rest
가문
of your days in
정도면
complete luxury
충분히
without
안락한 삶을
with
살고도
money to
남았을
spare. So
텐데.
why?
회사에서 일을 알고도
Should the court be made
자네를
aware of what
가만히
has
내
transpired
가문이
here, you may be
뒷받침되어준다
subject to a high
해도
degree of punishment even if your
강도
family
높은
name
처벌은
were to
피할 수 없을
mitigate it.
이유라
You ask me why is it not obvious?
뻔하지 않나?
To try and obtain Catherine's love.
캐서린을 사랑했어.
Ever since the moment I laid my eyes upon her to this very day, I have spent every single moment of my life pining for her.
그건 그냥
You're just desperately
맹목적인
begging for her
구걸아닌가요?
affection, blinded by your own
뭐라고
obsession.
말하든 상관없네. 나의
Because my
행복은
joy comes from
그
what
구걸에서부터
morsel of
받아내는
affection she's brought me.
그러니 내가
너를
You envied me?
부러워해.
You?
캐서린이 어릴 때부터
Even in her youth, when I
내가
would
이
come to
저택에
spend time with
놀러와
Catherine at
둘이
this manor,
계속해서
she would always
이렇게
ask me the
몰았지.
same question.
히스클리프는
I
왜
wonder
안
where
보일까?
Heathcliff has gone to. I wish
그
he was
애가
here.
어디 갔는지 알고
어?
싶어. 물론 자네는 우리를
Among
보기
Us entonces será
싫어서
off stream.
일부러 눈에
Exacto.
안 띄는 곳으로
Es
숨은
que si
것이겠지만
lo juego en stream, cualquiera de ustedes podría ver mi stream y bueno, esa no es la idea. Cenicientos es lo mejor para los negocios. Puede ser en stream pero sin mostrar la pantalla. Es que para eso no sé. Creo que esa no es la idea. Así que por eso decía que fuese en Discord. Celulíticos. Ethereans? I think Ethereans came up at one point. ¿Cómo? So there's a separate name fandom. No, I actually wanted to be just one name, just because to avoid it becoming too confusing. So that's why I've been struggling, because I'm trying to find a name that is not too hard to pronounce or, you know, to remember for both English and Spanish viewers. ¿Cómo? Of course, you must have been hiding from her, for you could not bear the sight of
그리고
us.
믿든 안 믿든
And believe it or
상관할
not,
바는
it was
아니지만
not I who burned your
오히려
letters.
편지가
In truth, I would
있었더라면
have delivered them to her
곧바로
myself
건네줬을
had I had
캐서린,
my hands on your
자네의
letters,
소식만을 애타게
because that was
기다리고
how
있었을
desperately
테니까.
Catherine was waiting for your news.
자네가 떠난 후
Once you left Catherine, she shut
캐서린은
herself
방에만
off in her room,
박혔지.
refused to eat, and withered
집
away,
거울만을 들여다보다
gazing into a mirror day and night, until one day she calmly emerged from that very room and asked me for my hand.
거울 일기장에서도
She
말했었어.
mentioned the same thing in the
거울
diary,
속에
that
자기
she
모습을
saw
봤다고.
herself in the mirror.
하지만
Yet we kept no
우리가
mirrors at the
살던
manor.
저택엔 거울 같은 건 두지 않았지.
The mirror, the Yesang's mirror?
누군가
The mirror she
선물해준
looked
거울이라
into was, according to her, a gift.
하더군. 그 거울에서
If
캐서린이
you would like to
무엇을
know what she saw in
보았길래
that mirror, what it was that she saw that prompted her to
나와
ask to marry
결혼해서
me,
직접
why don't you
그
ask the
일기
diary
내게는
yourself?
아무런
I said,
대답도
old diary
해주지
that
않아.
remains in obstinate
그
silence before
해진
me.
일
I think the mirror shows different identities, right? Or like different versions of them? 대리한 수도.
애고 침식도 양호.
Hello, Sharif.
아마도
Hello, Sharif Pumpkin. I'm glad you're doing well.
우리를 공격할 셈인가?
Welcome. You're going to fight us in your
자네들이
state?
이
If you
실험을
seek to disturb this
직접적으로
experiment, then it falls
방해하려
to me to stop you. Oh, we're fighting
어찌했어?
Linton now?
대체
항상 같았지.
Same thing as always. I love
난
Catherine, so I shall do
캐서린을
as she wills me to,
그
so that I
마음에
may enter her
그
room. I
방에
dare not wish to become a
내가
master of it. I
들어갈 수
merely
있기를.
wish that she will let me
그저
in. I
그
wish just
문이
the sight
열리는
of an open
것만으로도
door.
충분할
That
것
little
같아.
gesture will be more than enough.
지금까지 저택에 내리쳐 캐서린의 마음이 찢어지는 소리였다네.
Was the sound of her breaking heart? With
캐서린의
every
마음이
heartbreak, the
찢어질
lightning
때마다
strikes. The pain, the
벼락이
bereavement,
내리치는
the
거야.
shock are all
그녀에게
manifest as
그만큼
lightning
큰
than
벼락은
darkness. Thus, the lightning only
캐서린에게
indicates that the person in
그만큼
question was so
소중한
important to
삶이-
her. Nellie was right. Catherine's still alive. It wasn't exact science or anything like that, but I've been feeling that gaze coming from somewhere within the manor. Not an aggressive gaze, no, but it was certainly stubborn and lingering. Catherine is alive. She's watching everything that's going on. I feel like Catherine might be alive, but not in her original form. Podría ser do. Podría ser lo combina con Celeste. Terian. ¿Quieren ser Terian?
태연일이라. 낮도 밤도 지 숨이 닿도록 배어내. 지키기 위해서
저분은 어디 아프신 걸까요? 아까랑 다르게 기운이 없어 보여요.
Que Celeste Terian no significa Celeste son Terian. No, no, no. Nada de eso.
감상은 어떤가? 다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아왔는데도
이 순간이 닿도록 배어내리라.
마지막으로 남길 말?
Reyes, he vivido engañado toda mi vida.
받아볼게.
Wonder if these are the last ones. The Raiders? Celestial Light.
이제야 친해졌네요. 대기와 카데오 양밤이 떠올랐어요.
신체파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이랍니다.
저희 뼈를 금이 잡고 저의 살로 채워내는 외면의 예술. 이제야 친해졌네요.
아, 여기선 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
No sé, pero los celulíticos no suena tan bueno.
훌륭한.
¿Quieren ser celulíticos? Este nombre es para ustedes. Piensen bien.
아무도 남지
So
않아.
there isn't anyone left. I won't last much longer. This is how I was born. How I've lived my entire life.
그래.
모든 죄를
What? Admit my
인정하고
sins and surrender? Haha. Why would any of that ever matter
그게
to me?
대체
Catherine
내게
is the
무슨
only one who
의미가 있다고
matters.
생각하나?
Feels like that, right?
나는
This is as far as I will go. His voice was overflowing with intense, fervent affection.
항상 말해왔던 것처럼
I have no
그저
regrets. I merely think that we were
우리가
both
같은
walking in
속도로
different paces,
당신이
and you
항상 더
always
빨랐을
happen to walk
뿐이지.
ahead of me.
그래도
Yet even a sight of you from
난
behind
당신의
summoned
뒷모습을
butterflies in
보는
my
것
stomach.
주치의에 마땅한
This
조치가
man will die
취해지지
without
않는다면
immediate and appropriate medical
저자는
attention
곧
from a
죽을 거다.
professional doctor. He's extremely
극도로
weakened.
그럼에도 개소리
Still, Catherine, I wish you
아주
would. I
조금이라도
wish my death will
조금이
bring even a trace of
내가
sorrow.
린튼이라는 아이와 처음으로 눈이
Even
마주치기
before I first laid
전부터
my eyes upon that child,
그애는
Linton,
나를
he
지켜보고
was
있었지.
watching me.
한참을 내게서
Unable to
눈을
look away
떼지
even
못한
for
그
a
아이는
moment. That
부자인데다가
child is wealthy.
동화책에
He
나오는
looks like the
왕생
Prince
같이
Charming from
생겼어.
fairy tales of my
그리고
childhood.
나를 정말
And he loves
좋아해.
me so
이것
much.
봐.
See,
나를 볼
his eyes
때마다
glimmer like the very stars
항상
of the
눈이
night sky with every
별빛처럼
second he lays them
반짝거리잖아.
upon me.
나는 나를
I love
사랑하는
Linton who
린튼의
loves
오직
me.
나를
His eyes
위해서만
that twinkle
반짝이는
for
그
no
눈빛.
one else but
오직
me.
나를
His
위해서만
flaxen locks
흩날리는
that
황금빛
flow for no one
머리털.
else
오직
but me.
나를
His radiant
위해서만
smile that flashes
묻혀주는
for no
그
one else but
오직
me.
나를 통해서만
Linton who
행복해하는
finds happiness
린튼.
through nothing else but me. Then return to the manor when I could finally see again. There stood Linton wearing the brightest, happiest smile I had ever seen. The machines of the laboratory were linked to his body.
들었는가? 나로 인해
Catherine weeps for me.
조금
Wait, what are you? So now is the right moment to.
멈춰!
So gonna transform? Stop! They were his flesh beginning to melt off his face. What?
나를
Even if you will
그대
not
방
permit
안에
me
들여칠
to your
수
chambers,
없어.
it's alright.
기다리며
Oh, he's melting! Like literally. I will await you within its walls forevermore.
언젠가의 순수했던 인간을
To
만드는
bring forth
방법은
the pure form of humanity that
단순해.
once existed was quite a simple task. Who's Isaiah? To bring forth a pure form of humanity.
요리에는 죽었다
right,
깨어나도
this guy.
소질이 없었던 자네는 모르겠지만 이상
Yo voté por Cenicientos. You never had any talent in the culinary arts, Yusang, so you wouldn't
어떤
understand. Any kind
불순물도
of
섞이지 않은
identity
반죽이
could safely and
존재한다면
securely be applied to it as long as the
어떤
dough in
인격이
it
입혀지던
is in
간에
its purest form.
린튼 씨가
보이지 않는가?
He's become a
불순물
dough,
없는 완벽한 반죽이 된 거지.
a batter, a pure being free of
그
dregs,
무엇과
so that it will
섞여내더라도
always yield the
최상의
finest
결과물이
results
나올 수
regardless
있을
of what
정도로.
other ingredients you mix into it.
저런 살
아니요. 새로운 인간을 만드는 것은
Creation of
그
a new
과정일
human is but a stepping stone in that process.
셰프의 목적은
Jugar ese
당신이 말한 저
GT
반죽을
GT6?
넘어서
No creo.
그 전에 있었을
Their
최초의
ultimate goal must be
인간이겠군요.
to go even further beyond that though.
이
They seek
상황은
to reach the very
저들에게
origin,
단지
the
과정이자
primordial human.
실험이었을
This is but a
뿐일
part
테죠.
of that process, merely an experiment along the way.
오, 여기 멀쩡히
Consider
살아있는
yourself
연구원이
fortunate that there
나밖에
aren't
없는
any
걸.
other surviving researchers here other
여겨야지.
than
이 말을
myself.
헤르만 이사와 같은 윗분들이
They will
듣기라도
be pulling all
했다면
kinds of strings to take you in.
어떻게든
어머니
Mother. Damn it, I knew that woman would be.
만들어진
The dough
저
being
반죽이자.
you refer to as a human.
자네들이
I
인간이라
presume that
부르는
one
저
could apply
존재
any identity from any possibility, no
그건
matter how distant and irrelevant the
접점이
word,
없던
to
어떤
that
그래.
being.
누구보다 이 우리는
This is the
거울
apex of
기술의
what the mirror technology
최극단인
is
이제 남은 건
capable of.
그
Now all we have
너머를
left to do
향해
is to leap from that
마지막
apex to soar
도약이지.
beyond its limits.
저택에는
There is another
황금가지가
golden
하나
vial
더
located
존재한다.
inside
이
the manor.
반죽이라고 지칭하는
The
것은
dough is a part of an experiment that
막대한
can
에너지를
be conducted
끌어모아야만
only with a
시도될 수 있는 실험.
preposterous magnitude of energy output.
에너지를 모으기 위한 이 저택의 꼭대기인
맞아.
Correct. The golden bow
이 저택
acts as a
주변에
lightning rod
무자비하게
draws.
내리치는
Lightning
벼락을
rod draws the
모으는
merciless
것이다.
strikes of lightning, then harnesses
황금가지의
it into a
힘을
form of energy for
응축하는
itself.
피레침의 역. 자, 모든 준비는 끝났다.
어딜 가시려고?
이번에야말로 네 놈을 잡아서
Find out
어머니의
everything you
계획과
know about
관련된
mother's
부디
planning.
나를 잡으려는 불필요한 완벽한
When the
상태의
perfected
인격이
identities applied over a
덧씌웠을 때
dough, one such
이토록
opaque,
희뿌연
murky
연기가
mist
온
emerges.
사방을 덮고나지.
What a picturesque
헤어짐을
moment, most
하기에
apt to
더할
bid you
나위
all
없이
farewell, is it not?
헤르만 이사의 아들이라고
I
했나?
hear that you're a veteran of the smoke war. Then
전쟁에
perhaps this may
참여했다지.
be a familiar sight to you, but
어쩌면
different in a few
그리고
places.
살아남으시게.
Leave so that I may
그래야
have
내 남은 훗날이
odds to look
그나마
forward
기대가 될
to in the
테니.
time I have left. Huh. That was literally melting.
파우스트는 이번에야말로
Una persona me dijo
완성했어요.
que cree que GTA 6 va a estar para la PC en como un mes después de que salga para la PlayStation.
파시아도 파우스트의 생각이
Y otra persona me dijo que cree que va a tomar mucho más tiempo. Como que va a ser exclusivo para PlayStation por meses. Es lo que piensa. No sabríamos hasta cuándo salga.
아마도 완벽한 상태의 인격?
누구를
Perfected
말하는
identity? Who
걸까요?
is he talking about?
마침내 모든 준비를
Wait, another Heathcliff.
그래. 내가 다시
Un mes,
돌아왔다.
pensé que sería en un año. Eso es lo que dijo. Una persona me dijo que cree que en 2 años. Otra persona me dijo que cree que en un mes. Pero la persona que me dijo que un mes no juega juegos en la PC. Es una persona que solo juega consola. Así que tal vez no tiene buen sentido de tiempo en esos temas. Yes, I have returned.
존재 자체로도
I whose
죄가
existence itself
되어버린
has become a sin.
우리
Josephine.
빌어먹을 놈이 마님 제가 기뻐
그 어떤
Every
모델이
withering heights at the end of all things in every word eventually became mine. Every single death, Hindley and Linton suffer was pathetic and wreathing. This Josephine is only right that you're mine as well.
나를 따라야.
마님
She's nothing but a rotting corpse, her flesh decayed and bones desiccated.
자, 조세핀과
I
힌들리와
have seen you far too many times in far too many words. I shall take you away from here, your pitiful souls who remain bound to withering heights even in death. The countless bodies, husks, the wailing things in their wake all join the march.
마지막 창을
Thus
향해
approaches the
가볼까?
final chapter of this tale. The other Heathcliff stands in the vanguard of the march and lifts Catherine's coffin onto his back.
캐서린과
We used to
둘이서
play games with
놀곤
Catherine
했던
on the
그
rooftop of
옥상에서
this manor. Why not
다시 옛날의
reminisce
추억을 곱씹어 보자고.
upon that sweet memory?
함께하고 싶다면
If you wish to join us, pursue me.
날 잇는.
Oh, so we're going up now.
하지만
Your
캐서린을
heart toward
향한
Catherine
네
shan't
마음이
be realized so
고작
painlessly.
더 괴롭고
And indeed, the roof houses the golden bough. When the two golden bows come into physical contact with one another,
어떤 일이 벌어질지
I can think of 1,000 different
캐서린을
outcomes.
데려가서 어떤 막아야 해.
Our
앞으로도
retreat's
뒤로도
been cut off. No way forward, no way back.
무작위의
They
세계에서
appear to be in
불러와준
perfect identity, summoned from words chosen at random. It is the fate that awaits all those who become thralls to that
어느
Heathcliff.
거울 세계에 나 있을 히스클리프를 죽이고자 차원을 휘젓고
A
다니는
phenomenon which a
하늘의
mirror world entity wreaks havoc across the dimensions in pursuit of every Heathcliff.
백귀야 행
Like the nocturnal march of 100 demons. I was thinking about that. Kind of reminded me of that. Celestars or Celestation? I'm thinking too. So there's no end to them. It is the conduit that has brought them all to this world. He leads his army at its vanguard as its earthling.
그 마왕의 명이 거둬질
Celeraptors.
때까지 생겨날 것입니다.
Estos raptors. Quieren ser dinosaurios. This army will never stop until the Earthlings' orders are withdrawn. Wait, I think they might just like dinosaurs. Maybe I'm not sure.
그려낸 대로
단격발.
이 순간이 다
다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아하는데도 지금
エリートオペレーターがいないじゃないです
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
There isn't the outer space, right? So celestial ether is also called outer space.
저분은 어디 아프신 걸까요?
바다볼트인가
아까랑 다르게 기운이 없어 보여요. 한 쌍의 상황골과
Celes came from celestial.
이하의 멜로디가
Etheria came from ether.
훌륭한 간말입니다.
I didn't have much in my mind when I came up with the idea.
이 순간이 다
I just knew I wanted to be themed around celestial bodies, so like the sun and moon.
예술적이네요.
바다볼트
Didn't think much beyond that.
파우스트, 신체파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이랍니다.
나쁘지 않아요.
サンタさんの作戦とても効果的でした
보여드려야겠군요. 왜냐면 예술을
Okay. Wonder if we're gonna fight with Heathcliff again.
정확하게
Earthquake Heathcliff.
훌륭한
I mean, the sun and moon are also part of that, right? Because the sun is a star.
외면의 예술
단생님은 매번 기발한 발상을 떠올리시네요.
나또
나쁘지
반드시
Galaxy.
숨을 타게 해.
Galaxy.
아,
이 순간이
여기서 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
Satellites?
아비규환
Satellites.
바다볼트인가
Satellites.
필수품 가져갈래요
Satellite could be an idea. Satellite could be an idea. Let's write down the ideas. No Heathcliff for now.
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가.
Okay.
하지만
Then we
아직
continue
기회는
with
없구려.
this. It should
그렇다면
be
여전히 난 아무것도 있다.
I feel like she should have this one too. And he should have okay.
이번에 읽어줄
사-
동화책은
Satellites?
이것으로.
I'm not sure. I'll think about it, but those are like good words to get an idea from. Heathcliff was heavily wounded. It looked as though he could hardly stand, let alone wield a weapon. When I left this manor by my own volition, I promised to myself that I would return a changed man.
캐서린 앞에 섰을 때
But
하지만
look at me, I
이것
couldn't
봐
protect her in the end. I can't even get
결국엔
nearer
캐서린을
to her to
지키지도
hold my
못했고.
weapons proper.
나도
Heathcliff.
알고 있어 목배워 먹은 데다가 말해줘 식죄란 거
This
뭐야
endless,
이렇게
overwhelming flood is this what it's like to
끝도 없이
face my sins?
덮쳐지고 해쳐도 계속 몰려올 만큼
That can't be true. I wanted to believe that it can't be true. That with the will and the determination to forge on, the mist that once seemed impenetrable will one day part, and we will see the light at the end of the tunnel. that every struggle he endured, every lesson he's learned in this journey couldn't have been for nothing. So please don't doubt the path I'm showing you. But
또다시
There's more of them.
더 많은 수.
But when I've led you into such absolute darkness without even a hint of light, what should I? When even I'm starting to feel lost, what should I do? Aw. He wants to. He wants to comfort Heathcliff, but he's starting to doubt himself as well.
정확하게. 차라리 아무것도 남지 마라.
I gotta continue writing my story. Alright, thanks for coming to the stream. Good luck with your story. Hope it goes well.
감상은 어떤가요?
Oh wait, was that Yisan's voice? It sounded different. Oh no, that was not his voice. I was like,
저분은 어디 아프신
is that his
걸까요?
voice? Cause that's the
아까랑
one that
다르게
was
기운이
attacking.
없어 보여요.
But then I remember they're the announcers. Whose voice was that?
나쁘지 않아.
지키기 누군가에겐 아껴졌겠지만 그려는
다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아왔는데도
낮도 밤도 친
감회가 새로워요.
숨을 다하도록 배워냈군.
단테님, 저분이 방금 굉장히 중요한 걸 잃으셨어요. 술적이네요.
Last one, I think. Wait, wave 1 out of 2. We're not even halfway done. What?
정확하게.
이게 심장이 잠깐 저릿했기에
Okay, this is 2 out of 2.
감상은 어떤가요?
이게 심장이 잠깐 저릿했기에
이 순간이 다
This battle is taking long. I might fall asleep. Getting sleepy. I think it's the dinner I ate.
왜냐면 예술을
Alright.
정확하게.
퇴장 시간이 되었답니다. 그럼 안녕히. 와, 파우스트 왔어요. 그래서 단지 신체파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이 잔뜩 해주셔야겠는걸요?
이제야 승리셨네요. 타스 도박確認.
Done.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는 마에스트로가 되기 위해 인정받은 세 가지 작품을 뜻하죠.
It's just a fight.
비록 지금 제 작품이
we
만년의
gotta get to
신금을
the
울리지는
rooftop.
못하더라도
From here.
여전히 반지에 부끄럽지
I
않은
think we cannot
작품을
finish this today.
선보이길 바라네요.
걸맞는 곳이어야 할 거다.
교류회. 설레네요.
저희에게도 이런 힘을 베풀어 주시다니 마음씨가 넓은 분이실까요? 아, 실수로 주셨더라도
그대는
상관없어요.
어디까지 각오했어?
Anyway,
1000번 베푼 이상 낙장 불입이랍니다.
I might probably just end the stream like at the 1:30, 1.5 hour mark. Even if I'm not done with the canto.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일 보아왔는데도 지금은 감회가 새로워요.
받아볼 테니
Alright.
이제 한 쌍의 상어볼과 24개의 늑골이 자아내는 티비아의 멜로디가
낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어낼 것.
이게 심장이
このまま行けば敵を食い止められます.
Alright.
그려낸 대로 이 순간이 다 되어내리라. 지키기 위해
I must seriously fall asleep.
그렇지만
전력으로 쓸 때
I think I sleep better with
어디 교환
some degree of like noise.
저분은 어디
I wonder if I should
아프신
say
걸까요?
it's noise.
아까랑 다르게 기운이 없어 보여요.
At a certain degree of sound, I guess. More comfortable to sleep when there's no sound. Like if it's very silent.
남길만
이제야 승리셨네요.
이 풍진 세상에서 힘껏 살아가느라 수고 많으셨어요. 이제 모든 짐 놓으셨으니 그 끝에 고요한 휴식이 있기를.
There's so many of them.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
이것밖에 못하나.
여섯째.
베어낸다.
Pew pew pew.
보여드려야겠군요. 왜냐면 예술을.敵は深手を負っています. 밤이 떠올랐어요.
Alright.
단타님, 저분이 방금 굉장히 중요한 걸 잃으셨어요.
받아볼
Alright.
테니까.
This might be the last turn, maybe.
이게 심장이 잠깐 저리 대. 퇴장 시간이 되었다. 그럼 안녕히.
우와,
항상
이 순간이
봤어요,
저
단타님?
영감을
돌아오면
도와주시네요.
칭찬을 잔뜩 해주셔야겠는걸요?
원망도 옅어지나.
예술적이네요.
Alright. I need more story. The battles are making me sleepy.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는
I know more battle.
마에스트로가 되기 위해 인정받은 세 가지 작품을 뜻하죠. 비록 지금 제
Okay,
작품이
we're taking
만인의
wild
심금을
hunts.
울리지는 못하더라도 여전히 반지에 부끄럽지 않은 작품을 선보이고 있는 것.
이 소리는 폭풍인가? 마치
반드시 팬다. 아비들도 거미집도 지금까지와 날카롭고 정확하게
직접 밝혀준다.
차라리 아무것도 남지 마라. 낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 닿도록 베어내는 것. 그려낸데
훌륭한 단말만해요.
Oh, we are fighting Linton. What the heck?
영감이 떠올랐어요.
이 순간이 닿도록 베어내리라.
속에서
셋째.
Oh, Linton is so weak. He's weaker than the mobs.
이제 한 사람의 상황골과 24개의 늑골이 자아내는 티비아의 멜로디가 예술적이네요.
오래 내놓고 있도록. 받을 수 없다면 직접 후회를 새겨주지.
Wow.
훌륭한 단말만해요.
Wait, we're not done. What is that?
저기야, 다가가네.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
아비 교환.
Right.
정확한
슬픈 족구야 억제 완료.
마지막으로 남길 말? 거기서 지켜보시죠.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
지리멸.
There's more. Oh, we don't know how many waves there are. What? Alright.
그려낸 대로
Oh, cause we get the Kinley, Josephine, and Linton of
그럼
Wild Hunt
안녕히.
from another world.
항상 저희 영광을 일깨워줄 테니까요.
그대 선택받았어. 제한 종료.
지키기 위해서 지킬 게 많거든.
딸아이도 이 상처를 기억하고 있으면 좋겠구려.
Oh, we got Linton again. Okay, I see.
그 양반이 떠올랐어요.
이제 한 사람의 상황을 24개의 늑골이 파우스트? 신체파의 관람객분들께 더 이상의 주태를 보일 순 없죠.
그 양반이
파우스트,
떠올랐어요.
신체파의 예술을 보여줄 시간이란다.
이게 심장이
보여드려야겠군요.
전까지
왜냐하면 예술을
There's no way. This is endless. What did we? Huh.
감상은 어떤가요?
지키겠단 맹세한데
Wait, Roger died. Or maybe yes. I'm not sure.
3번 배웠는다. 과거를 1000번 단조하고
Look at Eve is so cute, so pretty.
미래에서
What?
1000번 거슬러 찢은 찰나의 일수 다시 1000번을 끄고 산젠다이 세카이.
That's very cool. Wait.
길이 보이지 않을 때 어디로 어떻게 나아가야 할지 모를
Who's this? Who's this? Virgilius?
그래서 길잡이가 있는 겁니다.
Virgilius.
뭐야?
Am I seeing
나
things,
혼자
guys? Is it just me,
헛것
or
보는
is
거
it Or is that it was that very same Virgilius who's never once seemed to care about what has happened to us, who never once took part in our journey, wading through the wild hunt into the basement. Basilius just comes from Don Quixote. My deepest apologies for my alertness is not as keen as it of this. Could this be a dream? Is it truly thee? May I pinch thy cheek to ascertain my suspicions?
아직까지 살만한가 보군.
Sounds like you've been
헛소리를 나불거릴 여유.
what biting words. She's so happy. We got Virgilius back.
감상은 어떤가요?
Wait, did Faust not do anything last time? I thought I used her eagle. And Virgilius is carrying us. Okay, I'm gonna try. Oh, I cannot. I need to heal. Cannot heal. Can anyone heal? Apparently not.
그대는 어디까지 가보였을지.
Virgilius is so strong. What?
왜 온 거야?
I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be here, but still, I simply could not bear to walk past this familiar sensation emanating from underneath the manor. The thick stench of the husks and the terrible wailings. Virgilius gazes at the destroyed laboratory and the march of the wild hunt in collected, assured silence. Though I couldn't know everything about the path he walked, I could see the smallest glimpse of it.
하지만
관여한 적은 없었다.
No, I haven't, and I shouldn't have, but it is pointless to waste your time on those whose path has ended.
종착한 것.
You mean the Pecatula?
지하실에서
I will
생겨난
handle this wild
모든
hunt and the Pecatula
죄종들을
born from the basement.
끊임없이
Sinclair barely stops himself. He couldn't bring himself to finish his sentence, yet Virgilius understood the meaning of that silence.
그러니까
Yes, that is why I am handling this. Wow! 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 Virgilius' appearance woke me up. Everything is a mystery. Wow!
목을 내놓고 있도록.
Here to say hi. Sorry I was late. I decided to ignore the notification because I was making a new YouTube short, and then my mom came home. We ate a little and then I went to go shower, and now I'm here. Oh, look, one. No worries. No worries, no worries. Seems like it was time well spent.
그려낸 이 순간이 닿아도 되어내리라.
Hey, the shield has durability. Or it resets every time. I think it resets. Oh, it resets.
양밤이
How
떠올랐어요.
long is this gonna take? through it. Oh wow! Wow, I'm impressed. Faust is looking at Virgilius with an inscrutable expression. Virgilius.
알고 있다.
Yes, I am aware. I won't be receiving everything I wanted from the contract. I will have to forego my avarice, make compromises, or even give up a few clauses. I suppose I'll also be summoned to some meetings. Yet I was compelled to come here. I knew Virgilius cared for us. So much for my determination to follow the great flow. But I simply could not permit this stench, this sight to exist any longer, even if it meant that I must swim against the flow.
알겠습니다.
Very well.
이봐, 난
Wait,
같은
I
스쿨에
don't
뒤에 내버려두고
do
먼저
like
가버리는
leaving a
집
family
같은
behind, at least not usually.
평소에
As you
보다시피
can see, I am not so weak that you must concern yourself with my well-being when there are much more pressing concerns. Besides, I know a more effective way to taking care of them. I once left this weapon in the care of a kid I knew. When I returned, he who should have returned this weapon to my hands was no more. This blade was all that remained, abandoned on the ground.
그것이 의미하는
My wish is
느낌을
that no one will ever have to understand the meaning of that sight. Fine, if I'm family. A word I haven't heard in such a long time. What a blood-drenched word it is. A mantle of blood. We have to keep moving. I tried making a little dragon puppet turned by myself, and one person has said they'll do it. Oh, that's so cute. That's very nice. I thought your mouse was something on my screen for a second before you.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는
I
마에스트로가
guess it
되기
could look
위해
like something in
인정받은
the
세
screen because
가지
it's so
작품을
small.
뜻하죠. 비록 지금 제 작품이 만인의 심금을 울리지는 못하더라도 여전히 반지에 부끄럽지 않은
걸맞는 곳이어야 할 거다.
이번에 읽어줄 동화책은 이것으로.
영감이 떠올랐어요.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Alright, thanks for stopping by. Take care, Glenn. Have a nice weekend.
한 사람의 상황골과 24개의 늑골이 자아내는 티비아의 멜로디가.
Stay hydrated, stay well.
다들
Thank
첫
you, you
여정을
too.
시작했을 때보다 정말 강해지셨네요. 매일
Hola, solo estoy que me muero jugando el juego de cartas de Pokémon. Me ha salido Mew EX Shiny. Mew azul. ¡Qué bueno! A mí me salió una carta buena una vez y después de eso no pude parar comprar. No me pude controlar. Seguí comprando cartas que no debería haber hecho. Hubieron muchas veces donde no me salió nada bueno. Pero sí se siente bien cuando te sale una carta buena, una que te gusta. Pero sí, felicidades.
일만 반말만 해요.
영감이 떠올랐어요.
그렇게 서 있으면 목이 떨어질 수밖에.
Okay, second wave.
그려낸 게
전격발.
단테님은 매번 기발한 발상을 떠올리시네요.
Pasó una captura de mi colección de shinies por Discord. Suena excelente.
받아볼 테니까.
이제 완료.
서 있으니
지리해야 할
このまま進めましょう
그려낸
격정의 마음을 모방하겠소. 종료.
これがリンバスカンパニーの戦闘
딸아이도 이 상처를 기억하고 있으면
また一
좋겠구려.
つ学ばせていただきました
Alright. Done. Next stage. And what's the last
완벽하게 수행되었지 않은가.
stage?
하지만 아직 기약은 없구려. 그렇다.
그런데 어떻게 기업이나 조직도 아닌 저택에 황금가지가 2개씩이나 있을 수가 있을까요?
Let's see, Canto 6. How many stages? 36 main battle and story stages. I think I'm done. It's not like they're a corporate or a syndicate. One was acquired by
린튼 씨가
Lincoln.
거의 전제 나머지 하나는
린튼과
It is
캐서린을
possible that there
도와준
may have been an involvement of a
제3의
third
세력이
party
있었을
that helped
것이라니.
Lincoln and Catherine.
말에 따르면
하긴
Right, hiring former ring researchers of all people, that's not something you see every day.
지금까지 그럼
Then you must have had to fight so many people in your journey. Are we gonna fight Nelly?
늘 전쟁터였다고 해야 할
틀린 비유는 아니군.
Except we have tasted nothing but victory so far.
그런데
심심.
뭐
Boredom.
여차하면
Well, maybe it lead us to lots of money.
그것이 정의로운 행동이기 때문이지.
That is an act of
그런
justice.
계약이었으니까요.
I don't know what you're planning to do with the golden bows, though.
결국 이 중에
None of you even know why you're
황금가지를 왜
collecting the golden bows.
이유도 모른 채로
Doing everything the company
회사에서
asks you to
시키는
do
일만
without
하거나
asking a single
그
question.
다음에는
Do you ever worry about what comes
Nelly.
next?
우린 모두가 그럴 거야. 그러니까
I've never been afraid.
지금 내
And
목표는
now I have but one goal. We have to go after that. What do you
캐서린을
read that?
데리고
하지만 너무 멀지 않아?
We are so yet he's swift. He must have had to sacrifice something of his to get here. He made the decision for our sake. I will not waste this chance.
옥상으로 가는 길은
This
이거
is the only way to
하나뿐이죠.
the rooftops, right?
맞아요.
I'm asking this out of pure
말씀하세요.
curiosity, but there's a good reason my head is of all things in the shape of a clock, right?
적어도 무작위 모든
As every shape
형태에는
is followed by
인과에 따른
constants and
표상과
symbols
상징,
adherent to the laws of causality, and the golden bow has powers that I am yet to be aware
여쭤보시는
of.
것이 아니라 그렇다면 밤하늘에서 별을
Simply do
찾듯
as you will as one
뜻대로
seeks the stars in
행하시는
the night sky. If I can, I mean, my clock or the golden bow or whichever it is can turn back time, then what's there to say that I can accelerate it or shorten it? Besides, I do not want my Heathcliff to be tied down to his past like the Heathcliff from the other world was. Me han salido dos de esas cartas con animación especial cuando la tocas. Ah. En el juego de celular, la aplicación, he estado pensando que debería regresar a jugarla porque dejé de comprar cartas físicas. Pero sí me gusta coleccionar. Do you feel that? We're faster, fast enough to outrun our enemies.
시간을 빨라지게 한
It's not
것이
temporal
아니라
acceleration. To be precise, it will be more accurate to say we are in a temporal deceleration field that slows everything except us within a certain radius.
뭐가 됐든
시계다거리.
I think so. The senior school have complained that this would have been very helpful a while ago, but I had nothing to say to them. I just began to feel the possibility out of nowhere.
지금까지 내가 나를 무시하거나 하지만
But you
시계는
clockhead, what is wrong with you? Why do you still hold any hope for me? You
챙겨주기만
needn't
해도
go this far for my sake. The
회사든
company won't give
쟤들이든 뭐라 할
two
놈도 없어.
about any of
네가
this. The
이렇게
other sinners
필사적인-
won't either. So why are you trying so hard? Because
히스클리프 붙잡.
일단 쫓아가야겠어.
let's crack on 4 now. Sí, yo tengo el VIP en la versión móvil y me regalan cartas especiales cuando yo lo jugaba, yo también lo compraba. No está medio carito. Creo que está medio carito. Supongo que es más barato que comprar las cartas físicas. Eso sí. 36. Oh, it's 60. How many stages does it have? Six. 34. 40. 48. Maybe I should move. Press on. I am a tempest. Wild hunt.
이 소리
서두르지 말고 느긋하고 여유롭게.
I remember hearing the name Roland. I don't really remember. I have bad memory.
멈춰. 이번엔 마음대로
I will let you
도망가도록
get away
하지
this
않아.
time. Give my Catherine back.
네가 있는 힘껏 뭐가 달라져? 그것만큼은 분명한 사실이지.
There she lies, wearing an ineffable, ethereal smile. She always is. Allow me to relieve you of the struggle. You will suffer, longing for her as much as eternity permits, searching for Catherine, who is long gone from this world.
마침내 모든 철 모든 속죄를 그러니
I merely mean to lift the years of that suffering from your shoulders. Join the other Heathcliffs in the trail of penitence, and I shall grant you the yearly peace of your heart that you so deserve. I wonder if you will say the same thing even with the revelation that all of this is exactly what Catherine wanted. It's what Catherine wanted. A thundering blade that strikes down. Who to dare come into range? Select the sampling of light ability button on the top right. Select the ability to use. Press the confirmation button to activate sampling of light ability. Sampling of light can be used as long as there are remaining activations. What? Okay.
영감이 떠올랐어요.
Welcome back.
순간이 다 되었느리라.
Taking a break. That's good. Taking breaks is good.
직접 놓아주마.
계속 살잖아.
I'm playing the violin.
나쁘지 않아요.
敵は深
Did
手を
you just play the violin? Oh, I think I might not. I think I might not make it.
날카롭게 정확하게 지키기 위해서
I'm recently upset with what's going on in my country right now. What's going on? I don't know much of
エリートオペレーターの
stuff that is going on in the world. I don't really watch news. So he kind of drags me around so I can play his theme song.
보여드려야겠군요. 왜냐면 예수
Okay.
敵は深手を負っています
날카롭고 정확하게 이 순간이 다 되었느리라. 낫도 반갑지 숨이 닿도록 베어낸 것.
効果的な攻撃でした
Alright.
날카롭고
They're coming to beat my ass. What? The house of spiders are my enemy, so I'm hoping the Earl King wins. Yes. No, wait. I need to bid. Need to bid the other Heathcliff. There was a recent school shootout, and the main suspect was a minor. And our government solution was to ban the video game that they. What?
이 순간이 다
You know, if video games played such a big, if it played such a big part in the actions a person takes. I think there will be a lot more incidents like that.
ですが私たちは
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지.
Was it like an FPS game?
거기서 지켜보시죠.
아무것도 남지 마라.
아, 여기선 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
I might make it. Maybe.
교환.
リンバスカンパニー
No, I might not make it. Why did they come back?
嬉しいです
속에서
Is that Lincoln? Earl King. What? I keep thinking it's Erkling.
지켜보시죠.
기쁨이란 건 이런 사소한 일에도 슬며시 따라오나 봐요. 모두가 노력한 덕분에 업무가 일찍 끝날 것 같은 지금처럼 말이에요.
그려낸 대로
No, banning video games is not the solution to fix violence. It is parental guidance and supervision. I have played video games that were more violent. That's what I mean. I think a lot of times it may be like
그럼
it can be family influence, but like you know, it can also be just maybe the person had some sort of like untreated mental illness. I'm not sure if Philippines is also like the
신체파의 예술을 보여줄
like
시간이란
other Asian country. I think most Asian countries like do not believe in mental illness. In a way, like they see it as something bad and try to hide it instead of treat it.
당신이었군요. 저를 묻어주기가.
So I feel like I watch a lot of like crime videos, and I feel like sometimes things, in a few cases, maybe stuff could have been prevented if the person had been given like proper care for their mental state.
그대는 어디까지 가고 있을지.
이제 친해졌네요.
지킬 게 많거든.
Oh, I might make it.
敵の調子が悪くなっているみたいです
그대는 어디까지 가고
Exactly,
있을지.
that's why the government is blaming the video games instead of the underlying cause of it. Yeah, I mean, just the fact that they're linking the case with like video games is a very like old-fashioned way of thinking it, of thinking about it. I feel like when I was younger, maybe a lot more people were saying that. I don't think it's that common now. Need Catherine back.
뛰어나.
You'll have to do much worse to make me give up. We were less than 10 paces from the rooftop. We had to stop him from going up the stairs no matter what. So,
붙잡아 두었습니다.
he's bound. I cannot hold him with these chains for much longer. Neutralize the target as soon as possible. Nice. We're getting closer
제가
to the
저놈을
end.
기절시켜 놓을게요.
I'll knock that wretch
상대를
unconscious.
제압해두는 건 버틀러
한테 마왕
Finding out who it
히스클리프에게
was that showed the Earl
모든 세계의
Earl King.
히스클리프와
Heathcliff about
캐서린에게
Heathcliffs
보여줘.
and Catherine's in every world. I see now, Faust. You only have the potential to know all things, not the knowledge of all things.
저는 그렇
Okay, so she knows what can happen. She does not know what actually happened. Is that how it works? It's kind of strange. I suppose I'll find out when it's your turn. One thing at a time, Faust. Let's think about this from the very start.
알겠습니다.
How
추론을
Catherine
이어보자면
suddenly gained a keen interest in studying the mirror
히스클리프 씨가
worlds.
탈출하기 전까지만 해도
Considering that she had a,
평범한
le- a,
삶을 살고
relati- a
있었던
le-
뿐.
relatively normal life before Heathcliff's
어느
departure,
순간
this behavior seems highly
결국
irregular.
도와
Indeed,
캐서린에게
someone who
거울을
handed the mirror
건네서
to Catherine, leading her to
실험실을
create the
만들도록
laboratory. Someone who had to have invited Earl King Heathcliff to this manor.
캐서린과 가까우며 심리적으로 많은 의지를 했더니
I think it's Nelly.
관리자님, 몇 지하실에서 황금가지를 처음 발견했을 때
저기 당신들이
관리자님,
She couldn't have known that we were actively seeking the golden vows. We never shared that information with her. The only thing she should have known at that stage is what Catherine's will stated.
그리고 복도에서
When we encountered the dead rabbits in the corridor, she claimed that the word on the street is that we must be wary of that rabbits with red eyes. But as you are well aware yourself, in the streets, their eyes will not have had any color.
색이 보이지도 않을 각도였어.
그 전부터 알고 있었던 것이겠죠.
Nelly, don't let Nelly anywhere near Heathcliff.
자, 이제 어서 옥상으로 올라가.
I knew Nelly was suspicious.
넬리, 아직도 모르겠나? 처음부터 넬리가 나를 이곳으로 불러들여 심지어 이사벨라 어째서냐고 묻지 말도록. 당연하지 않나?
The person Isabella fell in love with was other Heathcliff. Earl King Heathcliff now freed by Nelly's hand. I trusted Nelly until like the previous stage. She was suddenly very suspicious.
약지에 감긴 세 바퀴의 반지는 마에스트로가 되기 위해 인정받은 세 가지
Okay, I think
작품을
there's like
뜻하죠.
3 more stages.
비록 지금 제 작품이 만인의 심금을 울리지는 못하더라도 여전히 반지에 부끄럽지 않은 작품을 선보이도록 것 같네요.
I think everything's no.
걸맞는 곳이어야 할 거다.
Oh wait, we need to take Heathcliff. All right, we must take Heathcliff.
이 소리.
이번에 읽어줄 동화책은 이것으로.
넬리,
Nelly,
네가
you betrayed
이
me.
저택은 그리고 히스클리프.
I find it rather vexing that you will use the expression betrayal. You're the one who left first.
정말 변해 옛날
Still, you
같았어.
wouldn't have bothered to ask even a single question before swinging that big club at my skull.
내가
히스클리프, 나는
I wasn't afraid of the ghost that Miss Catherine claimed to have seen. I wasn't afraid of the tempest that sometimes shook this manor, or how violent Mr. Hindley would get when he was drunk.
어느 날
Until one day I became afraid. I became afraid of an old woman whose heart and body were aged beyond their ears. I was that old woman, an old woman who suffered because of you, Heathcliff, and Miss Catherine every word.
너와 캐서린 아가씨 사이에는 언제나지 모든 곳에 나는 그 제일 끔찍했던 그
Was
모든
that all of us were
세계에
ignorant
나는
of our doomed fates?
끝까지 모르고 있다는 걸. 그래서 그저
I told her that it was a mere shard that would show the beholder whatever their heart wished to see.
사람의 마음에게서 무수한 평생 살아왔던 이제까지
The knowledge of
노력했던
mere
것이
words can suck the meaning out of every struggle, everything that one has worked for their entire life.
자신이 나아가고 있는 다른 세계의
It's enough to
나까지
make them attempt to
개입을
meddle
하려고
with
하죠.
themselves, with the selves in other words.
그것이 넬리에게 거울을 보여준 자가 있었다면
하지만
Yeah, the mere technology that allows for such high degree of interactivity must be.
이리 거울 너머에서
She conversed with someone on the other end of the mirror for a long time, someone who was suffering as much as she was.
실험실이 탄생.
She mustn't have known even in her wildest dreams. She never once doubted me, even as she closed her eyes forevermore in that coffin.
나만큼은 믿어 의심치 않네.
I suppose it wasn't only naivete, but also her own temperament.
아가씨는 모든 것이
Sell it?
자신 위주로
See?
돌아가야
¿Qué pasó?
직성이 차는 분이었으니까.
She was the kind of person who always had to be the center of everything. Ah. ¿Eh? Ah. ¿Qué pasó?
그래도
But please do not deny every
우리의
memory
지난 세월들을
we
전부
shared together.
부정하지 마. 네가 학대당했을 때 느꼈던 연민과
Wishing that you will live your best life, a life better than anyone else's, were all my honest feelings. I don't know about that.
경멸스러운 눈을 파내주지.
날 그리고 정확하게
찢어 밝혀준다.
Okay, 48 is the last one.
아, 여기선 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
되어내리라.
비록 함께 전장에 나서는 건 아니지만 저희를 이끌어주는 건 단테님만 할 수 있는 일이에요.
정확하게
이번에도 분명 원하시는 길로 저희를 잘 이끌어주시겠죠?
이 순간이 다 되어내리라.
Ta-da-da-da-dum, ta-da-da-da-dum, ta-da-da-da-dum. Oh, wow!
왜 안에 갇혀 죽어라.
한잔을 줄게. 나쁘지 않아.
셋째, 마비 교환.
A woman stands before us, her body and mind are spent, weighted down and sinking into the oblivion of time. Who will talk to Nellie? Well, I guess Heathcliff is gonna talk with her. Nice. The chains that exploded from Nellie's suitcase wrapped around Heathcliff's arm. I refuse to be bound by you and the mist. It's done. Though Heathcliff's movement may be restricted, maybe there's a way to use that against Nellie.
사냥을 위해서라.
Nice.
목을 내놓고
Por un
있도록.
momento me saqué de onda. ¿Y cómo te...? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Estás bien, Dro? ¿Estás bien? ¿Cómo te va? Estoy bien. Con muchas ganas de terminar este capítulo ya. Tenía muchas cosas que quería hacer después del directo. Y ya me falta menos. Sí, quiero terminarlo ahora porque no me falta mucho. Eso, y estaba pensando que quiero ir a ver una película mañana.
보여드려야겠군요. 외면 예술을.
기쁨이란 건 이런 사소한 일에도 슬며시 따라오나 봐요.
Hello,
모두가 노력한 덕분에
Hacklord?
업무가 일찍 끝날 것 같은.
Wait, who's Hacklord?
까지 가고
Is this another nickname for... I know everyone has nicknames. I'm very confused. What? What? What's a Gasharpoon? John Doe. What?
거기서 지켜보시죠.
A what? I'm so confused. I feel like I'm reading a different language. What do you mean? What?
알바해줄게.
이 순간이
나쁘지 않아요.
되어내리라.
Bye, Nelly.
목을 내놓고 있도록.
I knew you were suspicious.
이제 한숨 상황골과 24개의 늑골이 자아내는 티비아의 멜로디가
이제야 친해졌나요?
예술적이네요.
Nice. Miss Catherine was difficult from time to time, but I do not wish to deny even the times we spent together. I even miss the late Mr. Earnshaw Sr. from time to time. I never lived a life full of fate, animosity. I am just struggling desperately to change my destiny.
여기까지 오기 위해
Move. You still endeavor to reach the rooftops. I must tell you that is a fruitless effort. That other Heathcliff is already there.
차라리 그게
You two always believed everything I told you without even one iota of doubt. Every little twist, every little nudge I made in my tales.
전부 믿어버리고
She's so evil.
아니요. 아무 편지도 오지 않았어요, 아가씨. 초대장은 제 쪽에서 보낼게요.
It's still that same Heathcliff who didn't even bother to write you, but when he sees it, he will have no choice but to return to this
뜯어보지
manor.
않으셨어. 그 고집은 아무도 꺾을 수가 없을 거야.
누구보다 나와 다른 사람들을 휘둘러 다니면서 그런 남편이 오늘 끝난 거야.
Why does she decide how the story of another person ends? ¿A qué le pasa a mi YouTube? Todo se pone negro. ¿A qué le está pasando a tu YouTube? Can you use Wild Hunt solo in last battle? I've no idea. I don't have Wild Hunt. I don't have Wild Hunt, Heathcliff. What was the support unit? I guess you can, right? But I don't know if that's the best action to take. Heathcliff, the Earl King, had already disappeared into the rooftops. The only chance Virgilius gave us, the awakening I managed with my clock, the very last of Heathcliff's hopes.
끝나버렸어.
No, Heathcliff. Hi, I'm not late again, am I? You're late. Originally, I should have not been streaming at this time. I should have ended the stream earlier, but there's very little left, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna finish it. The chapter.
잠깐 동안 보라듯이 빛빛이 지나서 아무에게도 보이지 않는 뒷골목에서.
Another power outage.
그러게요.
무슨 소리야?
I'm right here.
말이지. 보다 불쌍한 히스클리프.
그만해.
Wait, is Heathcliff disappearing?
마왕이자 악마 히스클리프야.
I disagree. You probably can't hear a thing I'm saying, but I still do because
결국 윈틴이랑 결혼해야겠지. 지금 히스클리프와 결혼.
진짜 맞아. 방 안에서는 서둘러 나가야겠어. 더 이상
oh,
듣고
don't tell me
있다가는
this is the
내
cliche
마음이
of
분명 산산조각
he
나가면
eavesdrops.
터져버릴 테니까.
them saying something he doesn't like, but when after he leaves, like she says something else that he should have heard. I'm always late. Oh, but you're in luck. I'm probably staying for a bit longer. Sis, necesito un consejo. ¿Cómo le escribo a una chica por WhatsApp? Necesito el consejo de una experta. Dile, oh, hola, ¿qué haces? Yo no sé. Yo rara vez escribo a personas así como de manera individual. Yo tengo mis grupos donde están todos mis amigos y yo solo escribo ahí. No sé, siento que a mí no me gusta como soy. Yo he dicho muchas veces que soy introvertida. No me gusta mucho escribirle a otra persona. O sea, que yo primero le escribo a otra persona. Porque siento que estoy siendo una molestia. Si la otra persona me escribe primero, le respondo. Pero usualmente yo no le escribo primero a otras personas, así que no sé. Mándale un sticker de un perrito bonito. Hola, ¿qué haces? Así no es como hablaban antes. Hola, ¿qué haces? Te voy a responder, ¿estás aburrido? And this bloody clock noise is back. It could only mean that time's passing no matter how much I suffer.
더 기다린다.
윈틴과 결혼한다면
Marrying Lita will give me the means to help Heathcliff. I could make him a better person.
그러니까 그
So he
애는
must never know the
내가
immense
자기를
love I have
얼마나
for him.
사랑하는지.
See? She said something you should have heard.
아니야. 열려있는 그 문을 여전히 두렵고 미안해, 캐시. 너를 실망시켰어. 왜냐하면 나는 알아.
This future is a future that will never come true, not for us. I wrecked everything with my hesitation. I heard more than just us. I heard Nelly too. Oh, Kathy, you're so pretty. Because I don't want my Heathcliff to live the rest of his life in regret. That is why, despite everything, I want Heathcliff to forge onto the rooftop.
저 꽃들은 척박한 황무지나 그래서 겉보기엔 항상 고독. 그럼에도 내가 이 다른 꽃들은
All other
전부
flowers
말라기
lose their
들어지고
colors and fade
잎이
as
꽃은
they wither
시들고
away, but this flower,
말라가도
or even as it withers and
색깔은
wilts,
처음과
remains the same
뒤에서 난
color.
네가 없을 때
반지 너를 두고 멍청하게도 지금까지 이 말의 개설인 너의 모든 말. 나 돌아왔다.
Me da flojera escribir, pero yo solo la veo 2 días y si hablamos en presencial. Así dile, tengo a tu perro secuestrado, si lo quieres de vuelta ven conmigo y si... Puedes intentarlo. Ya le dije, ¿por dónde nos vamos para poder robarte? ¿Cómo? Pero me da flojera buscar un tema de conversación.
어디로 사라졌던 거예요?
Pregúntale,
대학에 치고 나니까 갑자기 인데간데 없이.
¿qué te gusta hacer en tu tiempo libre? ¿Cómo hablan las personas hoy en día? No sé. Hola, ¿qué haces? No sé.
괜찮은 건가요?
Are you okay,
아니,
Heathcliff? No, it hurts. It still
여전히
hurts like hell,
나는
but
너를 내버려두고
I almost passed you and
옥상으로
make
올라갈
my way to the rooftop, Nelly.
마왕 히스클리프 너와 그놈은
You,
모든
him,
걸 알고
you
있습니다.
both had access to every
같은
knowledge but
선택을 한
made the same
사람이지.
choices
나는
anyway.
달라.
Not me. I'm going to make a different choice.
지금까지 우리
캐서린 씨가 유언장을
Among the 3
써놓았다.
individuals mentioned in Miss Catherine's will,
힘들리 서류상
it can be said that at least on paper the ownership of Wuthering Heights has been transferred to
네가 원하던
Heathcliff.
대로. 그러니까 네 혼자만의 이야기든 어른. 뭐해? 다들 빨리 안다. 생각?
Thinking? I don't really think that hard, mate. I just clearly know what I have to do. That's all. You go, Heathcliff. You go. Pues busque uno, no tenga flojera, amigo. Eso eso. Pregúntale con sus hobbies o su día. Yo creo que yo escuché o leí por ahí que a las chicas le gusta que le muestren interés a lo que ellas hacen. O cómo estuvo su día. Algo así, ¿cierto? No sé. No sé. Que le muestres interés a lo que ella está interesada en. Our King Heathcliff awaits us on the rooftop, just as Faust expected. The powerful and oppressive energy that surrounded him had only grown more ferocious since our last encounter.
형편없는 나는 힌들리와 린튼을 이것은 나만 똑바로 봐. 캐서린이 죽었다. 심지어 내 얼굴을 볼 때에도 캐서린은 이 세상 그러니까 내가 죄가 남없이 모든 세계 그래. 많은 히스클리프를 또
I have seen so many versions of Heathcliff. Some grew wrathful, some begged for mercy for their lives.
결국은 자신의 죽음이 캐서리게 하지
I found no pleasure in my work. How could I, when I made it my mission to save those poor wretched souls, when all of them died, so alone, unloved by all that is living by the world? Do you know that no one ever weeps for Heathcliff's death? So the task falls to me to bury them, to shed my tears for them, yet only silence shall attend my own
아니야.
demise.
물론 캐서린의 힘 모든 세계를 보았던 무슨 어떤 세계에서든 간에
You said that in every world, Catherine and Heathcliff were destined to be miserable, didn't you? But we could have been happy. We just missed that smallest key to happiness.
답답하네. 그냥
All I had to do was to get over my embarrassment, that little fear. I just had to scrunch up the smallest morsel of courage to open the door and talk to her.
내 캐서린은
맞아.
I can't change the past, like you said. I can't prove it to you either. Maybe none of this matters in the end, and Catherine might never wake up again no matter what I do, but I'm here anyway on this rooftop. You and me, we are both wretches, I understand that, but I refuse to break like you did. No matter how broken my heart has become, your speech rings hollow. I will end your life and leap over to the next world to do the same.
웃을 수는 없어도 아니 네
He will stab himself?
잘은 모르겠지만 너는 이 벼락을 먹으면 황금가지 같으면
How do you even know that he's
원래
thick?
내가
I'm good at sniffing these things out.
캐서린 내가 돌아왔어.
I'm back. Please open the door.
이제 곳곳에
Because I
있는
need Kathy in
캐시에게
every corner of this banner to hear my
지금까지
call.
내가 보았던 한 마음
Connects the hearts together. Look, I'm flying by the seats of my trousers here. That's a weird saying.
무슨
La trae viejas. ¿Cómo? Por cierto, ¿de qué trata el Limbus? Me sale hasta en la sopa. There's English speakers still in chat? I don't think so. No creo, no creo. Vamos a ver. Limbus es... Tú despiertas... Tu cabeza es un reloj. Te dicen que eres el gerente de una compañía con 12 personas. Van a diferentes lugares a buscar esta cosa dorada. Algo así. Está complicado, pero me gusta. Tiene buena historia. No salió mi otro mensaje. ¿Cómo? No lo vi. Catherine has become Wuthering Heights itself.
하지만
But if
캐시도
Kathy, if she saw the same mirror that Nellie
넬리와
and
이놈이
this
보았던 그 거울을 똑같이 본 거라면
Git, what?
그리고 나와
And if her
계속
heart was the
같은
same as mine all
마음으로
along, I feel like I know what
어떤
kind of choice she
선택을
made. Now that I think back on it, from the moment we set our foot upon this manor,
워더링 하이츠는 계속해서 나를
Wuthering Heights
밀어넣고
kept pushing me away while the diary continued to soothe
언제나
me.
솔직히
히스클리프 씨.
히스클리프, 그거
Would you
알아?
like to hear a
아주
story,
오래전
Heathcliff? Long time ago, Josephine told me a little tale. She said that there is a deep ancient river flowing beneath this manor. Every architect said that this was not a good place to build anything, let alone a house. That nothing should ever be built atop this hill. Wuthering Heights was built here nonetheless over the unseen Hypogean River. Ever since I was a child, I saw the ghost of my late manor wandering the halls of the manor.
넬리, 무슨 소리를 하는 거야? 그러게, 배가 낮잠 자라.
Oh, mistress, thankfully I wasn't the only one who was seeing ghosts.
조세피는
I, Josephine, knew that you will one day return to our side.
흐르는 강물이 그렇게 제가 이 집에서
그리고 그건
And I've
내가
repeatedly seen that vision as I grew up. After Heathcliff left me, after I'd lost every will to leave, Nellie brought me a mirror.
재미난 것들이 막 보이더라고요. 아가씨는
I
이런
thought you might enjoy such an invention.
그 거울 속에서
In that mirror, I saw the infinite variations of Heathcliff and I. I pulled Heathcliff to the utter abyss of desolation.
그건 마치
It was as though his fate was already written to be miserable.
저기 보여?
I see another ghost.
아가씨 상태가 많이 안 좋아.
유령은 왜
Why does that ghost weep so tragically, and why does she appear so familiar?
나는 히스클리프가
I wish to find that single strand of possibility where Heathcliff can be happy.
두 눈에서
Until blood began to stream down my cheeks in place of tears. At the end of ceaseless wailings, I found the Catherines who tasted the deepest despair. You are another Catherine weeps as terribly as you do.
고통스럽게 소리 지르고 이 세계에서 히스클리프는
We were just like you, desperately searching through every world. We peered past the mirror, but in nowhere are Heathcliff and I together in happiness. The suffering is all that remains. I have nothing to live for alone. I have no reason to go on.
왜 항상 답은 한 우리 탓이지?
That we are the cause of his misery, because Catherine's existence is...
히스클리프는
So Catherine blamed herself for Heathcliff's misery, and Heathcliff blamed himself for Catherine's death.
모든 히스클리프가 모든 세계의 내가
They're
없어진다.
like both thinking the same thing.
모든
With every Heathcliff in every world to find happiness.
그러니까 우리를 너의 세계 제일 먼저 그 다음 세계로 넘어가서
그러면 히스클리프들은 천국에 도달할 수 있구나. 그제야 모든 굴레가 풀리는 느낌이었어. 그건
Why
너무나
didn't she think that
당연하고 내가
Heathcliff
해야
will
할
feel the
일이다.
same way as she does?
나는 모든 히스크에는
말씀하신 대로
I have done as you ordered. I have used some of my connections in the back streets to bankrupt Mr. Hindley. Last I heard, he gambled everything he had away.
사람의 도움을 받아.
결과는 걱정 마세요. 이미 실험실 준비만
The laboratory will be completed as you have requested. The price is not a matter of concern.
이 방식은 그러려면 그 몸에 그래야지만 온전한 인격의 소환이
Full
가능해진다는 것.
complete identities can be summoned only when the body is empty.
피서린을 초대하기 위해 린슨의 도움을 받아 황금과
인격을 온전한 형태로 소환하는 것. 하나의
A single golden bow won't be enough to carry it.
옥상에 꽂은 이
This golden bow, once installed on the roof of your manor, will collect all the necessary energy and relay it to the golden bow installed in the laboratory.
제가 무엇을
오른 도는 반죽을
반죽이
그래.
어서 넬리? 이젠 유령 모든 두려움은 그래서 나는 히스클립 까마득한 그 마음을 내가 유령이라고
When I had thought to
생각했던
be what I had thought
다른
to be ghosts were just us from other worlds.
고통스러워.
자, 다른 세계에서 넘어올 수 있는 길이 열리고
린슨도 행복할 거. 당신이 사랑하는 나.
관을 닫으면
You will never open your eyes again.
하지만 이게 끝이
I will
아니야.
always be watching over you wherever you may be.
좋은 꿈
그 반죽은 꽤 내가 원하는 건 그 반죽보다는 어딘가에 돌아올 오로지.
Not your Heathcliff who left you without a word and doesn't even care to return. A Heathcliff who exists for Catherine and only Catherine.
당신의 의식은 영영 사라지는 게 아니야. 어딘가에서
Perhaps you will have a front seat to everything that is to transpire.
그리고 내가 내 말이
아무 걱정하지 마요. 그리고
Remember
혹시나
to hold
말하는
steadfast.
것이면
Remember that all of this is for the good of
마음
Heathcliff.
단단히 먹고.
She's manipulating her. The clock turns to revive Heathcliff, who stabbed himself with the golden bath. Eventually, Catherine from a distant world is slowly pulled from the coffin to the other Heathcliff he's carrying. What? Who turned back time? Yo sí sé que el cabeza de reloj se llama Dante. Sí, se llama Dante. Todos somos el Limbus Company. When does that Quixote girl appears? Anyone in Don Quixote is there. She just hasn't talked. She's super cute. I love her.
와일드 헌트야.
Catherine, who Heathcliff desired so desperately to reach, she was walking out of the coffin, her eyes open. Yet, no. She's being overwritten by a Catherine from a different world.
선택 안 했어. 그냥 선택에 탔어.
The Catherines are fighting each other. That's different. The only person who can tell me this is I am Heathcliff. My greatest mysteries in this world have been Heathcliff's mysteries, and I have watched and felt each from the beginning. The identity, something's gone wrong with the summoning. Catherines are fighting each other. Voice acting of Dante is just clock sounds. Yes. It's because no one can hear him. The singers or the ones that work in Limbus company can understand him, but he's not actually speaking. Locura.
제발.
저희에게도
This
이런
is a
일이
final battle?
마음씨가 넓은 분이실까요? 실수로 주셨더라도 상관없어요. 한 번 뵙는 이상 약잔 불입이랍니다.
Le estaría gozando, pero no sé inglés. Necesito contexto. ¿Contexto de qué exactamente? De lo que está sucediendo. Todos los personajes están basados, o pues, casi todos los personajes están basados en algún personaje de algún libro. Por ejemplo, Don Quijote, ¿no? Este está basado en una novela que yo leí para mi clase de literatura en inglés. Pero no me acuerdo qué tan parecido es la historia de... Obviamente no es muy parecido porque esto tiene temas de juegos, pero como poderes y peleas y demás, ¿no? Pero sí también necesito contexto, pero de lo que está pasando. Mucha info en pantalla durante el combate también. Creo que todos sabemos cómo es la historia de Don Quijote. Sí, así que cuando me toque jugar la historia de Don Quijote verán qué tan similar o no tan similar es. Por ejemplo, en esta historia sí es cierto que Heathcliff, el personaje Heathcliff y Catherine, me parece que sí se amaban, pero tuvieron sus complicaciones y Catherine, como se murió en esta versión de la historia, también se muere en la novela. Si no hay molinos, pues veremos.
상황골과 24개의 늑골이 자아내는 티비아의 멜로디가
Wait, are the Wild Hunt characters back? That's definitely Josephine. When will they stop bothering us? When did all of them come here?
날카롭고 정확하게.
Welcome back, Arctic. You're right at the ending. The best part, I think. If I win. Oh, Heathcliff versus Heathcliff. Catherine. Catherine is fighting Catherine. Heathcliff is fighting Heathcliff. What? Just in time. Yes, exactly.
그대는 어디까지 각오했을지.
How heavy would you say it's the lore in this? The game is lore heavy, I guess? But the story is very good. Like sometimes I want to keep playing just to know what happens next. And I always say it, but I like the fact that the stories, like every patch or version of the game is not as does not release as quickly as other gacha games. So other gacha games have a new like an update every I think like every 2 or 3 months. It's too much story, like too much stuff to do in such a short time. This is more manageable. Yes. You should. It's a good game.
퇴장 시간. 그럼 안녕.
Me gusta la música, me hace recordar a Code Vein.
예술을 보여줄 시간이란다.
No he jugado Code Vein, es un juego, ¿no? A mí también me gusta la música de este juego. Parece que todo, como desde cierto punto, todas las canciones las hace o las canta una cantante, creo que es japonesa, se llama Millie. Pero me gustan sus canciones. We have 2 games that came before this one of the word building and lore. See, I don't get some references because I didn't play those after my clock turned, but its influence seemed to be lingering for some reason. Catherine? Listen closer. A frail, desperate voice echoes. The voice shudders so terribly. This is not at all what I wished for, no. Carefully asked the voice a question. So all of this is... I never wanted a Heathcliff to exist for Catherine and only Catherine. I don't think she can hear our voices. All I wanted was for every Heathcliff to be happy. All I wanted was to kill every existence of myself. Please someone help me. Can anyone hear me? Shout that we can hear her. It has to be Heathcliff, right? Heathcliff should answer her. This is the warm light of the golden bough begins emanating from somewhere. Heathcliff, is that you? Yeah, Kathy, I'm back. Sorrow, joy, wrath, obsession. I can feel the storm of emotions raging within Heathcliff. Oh, yet all is silent. I cannot hear his voice. Bloody hell, cold slowly takes over the warmth as it grows weaker. I can no longer hear Catherine's voice. I knew that it won't be this easy. The other sinners follow suit, prepared for battle. Cool. Hola, Agustin. We have to bunch of lures that heavy than no, it may be too time consuming. 2 games. But they're not. I don't think you have to play. It's not necessary. It's better if you do play it. But I don't think it's necessary for you to play the 2 other games because I haven't played them. I think I was interested in playing Lobotomy Corp, but I didn't because I think it's a paid game, right? I feel like I saw it on Steam. I think I added it to my wish list at some point.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라. 숨막히도록 견뎌왔고 절박하게 갈망했으며 헤아릴 수 없이 저주했으니
지리멸렬
림버스 컴퍼니
양밤이 떠올랐어요.
But if the problem is time, I think Limbus Company is one of the best games or gacha games to play. Because every update or every main chapter only comes every like 6 months. And like that's plenty of time to finish a story.
감상은 어떤가요?
Boss fights are kinda long, usually. And usually it requires a bit of thinking. I think I'm just gonna try brute forcing my way through the battle. I think I can afford to do that right now. Probably not later on.
이 순간이 다 되어내리라. 낮도 밤도 지나 숨이 가득 베어낼 것.
괜찮아요, 단테님.
There is it?
이럴 때도 있는
상처를
법이죠.
기억하고
The
있으면
one for Arknights. Regular Arknights? My head fills with the voice once again. I never should have summoned that Catherine here. I thought Heathcliff would never have to suffer again if ever Catherine were to no longer exist. But I should have known that Heathcliff would have thought the very same. I can feel her heart-rending sorrow. I never should have fled. I should have talked to her instead of running away. Heathcliff was right. Every unspoken word, every unshared discussion only broke their hearts further apart from each other, until their words began to run parallel, never to converge. If only I could go back. Is there truly no way out of this trap that woman set for us? Heathcliff shouts. Shout, Heathcliff. Kathy, just as Heathcliff began to speak, a shrill cry tears through our heads. No, maybe the 2 Catherines are vying for control. One of her colossal hands is twitching and stumbling. Maybe this is our chance to neutralize that hand. All of Project Moon games take a long time, but 100 plus hours of content, but for $30 it's worth it. Limbus is free. Which season is this? But the first few, the first few chapters, or like main stories, main story chapters, or cantos are as they are called here. I think the first few are pretty short. There are some like side stories in between. Yes, it has good music. I like the art of the like identities and stuff. Good story, good music. Very nice. Why is the other Heathcliff back? Appear before me and so we're just gonna take turns fighting Heathcliff and Catherine. Okay. The intervalos are shorter, though. The main stories do take some time, but if you do it little by little, it should be okay. Like maybe just as much as you can without using extra energy. Kathy's coffin. It's so cold and dark inside. You remain trapped here all along just for my happiness. You who hated the dark so much. If only I waited to hear your words to the end. If only I didn't run away. If only I approached you to talk to you first. What a witless mess I am. But so you've broken free from the coffin, Heathcliff. Pointless, it's all pointless. You should have remained in there, suffocating in the worst regret of your life. Shut your trap. I won't run anymore, not here, at the end of all things. I know it's too late, but I will take this chance before even this passes forever. Even if this path won't end with your happiness, because I know for certain that as long as our words are left unsaid, no one will ever be happy. I should never have done that. I was wrong. I think I heard Kathy's voice. Nice.
기쁨이란 건 이런 사소한 일에도 슬며시 따라오나 봐요.
Nice.
모두가 노력한 덕분에 업무가 일찍 끝날 것 같은 지금처럼 말이에요.
The two upcoming interviews took you 6.5 hours. I streamed them. Like each of them or together?
이 순간이 다 되었느리라.
It's not bad. Muchas gracias, Celes, pero no voy a meter a otro gacha, no importa cuánto me lo intentes vender. Bueno, si quieres. Pero de verdad, de todos los gachas que yo juego, este es el que menos tiempo me siento que me toman. Es el que menos estrés me causa. Porque no tengo... No es como los otros gachas que como que me obligan a hacer eventos o la historia principal en cada 2-3 meses. My mom just got the thumb. Nurse Father Rodi. She looks so good. She looks so cool. I really want her, but I don't think I should spend any lunacy. So I might try to get her with like what's it? I don't remember the word. And the dispenser. If things don't get any better, what will happen to them? Once he kills Heathcliff of this world for good, will they bother to other worlds? Should they say other versions of Heathcliff? If Catherine's summoning succeeds, she will become another Catherine who lives between every world, creating more Catherines like herself. Coming from my device. He has a device. Has a phone? Then it's Don's Canto. The next one? Like Catherine, Dante, I see that you write a diary of your own. I wouldn't call it a diary. It's not like I record what happens every day in here. That counts as a diary still. It is a record of your life, then I suppose it is. Catherine, just before the break of dawn, during the quietest hours of the day, I will write in my diary. Especially on days when I suffered from fevers, I could not bear to keep going without vomiting every fold of mine on a piece of paper. I was always honest with my diary, but it seems that I could never be honest anywhere else. While I hid my true feelings from the ones I loved while refusing to communicate myself, I became angry at those who couldn't understand me. Heathcliff shall never know. He will never know how much I... No, I have to know. This is so hard to read. The Heathcliff's text is so dark. Heathcliff, how did you... I needed a lot of courage to get here. Catherine, it's also easy for you to topple me. For you to ground me up until I'm nothing. I was so happy whenever you came to visit me. A single glance from you in my direction could brighten my entire day. You were almost like a calamity. And I have always loved that very calamity that swept over me. Like, oh my goodness. That's so romantic. I don't think this is the moment though. Thank you for having the courage. Finally, our hearts are no longer broken apart. Dante, may I borrow your diary for a moment? The Golden Bough has far more impressive powers than any of us could have ever imagined. It has been bringing your own wishes to reality, has it not? So, key to my Heathcliff's happiness is in your diary. So I looked down at the screen of the device. I carried something I used to think was nothing but a tool for recording things. That was nice. Que hay muchos gachas en el mercado como para meter otro. Pero es que este es como distinto. The heck? Are we back to the start? Para ello nunca es suficiente. No. quiero jugar otro. Don't touch to start. Okay, I'm not touching. I'm so used to seeing this like as the starting screen. Like the logo with the red stripe. So how long do I have to not touch to start? Wait, clear all, Kathy? That's so funny. I trust him.
먼저 말해줘서
I think it's done. How's a spider? Unless Mirza and Gregor are also getting one. Do we have already Nurse Father for... That's so funny. Wait, this is so funny.
모든 세계의 히스클리프가 아닌.
What was it? Do we already have a Nurse Father for every, like, major gang thing? ¿Cómo hiciste sales en consumir la droga llamada gachando? Diciendo como lo que sí sé que es como lo más... sí es muy F2P, pero... O sea, ¿qué otro gacha he visto yo que las actualizaciones son cada 6 meses? Y no tiene tantos eventos. O sea, es algo... No es estresante. A mí muchas veces los otros gachas me estresan porque hay demasiado contenido cada actualización. Siento que es demasiado en tan poco tiempo. Porque juego tantos, no me da tiempo para jugar suficiente cada uno. Y siempre quedo con contenido que nunca voy a poder hacer. Pero esto sí puedo como avanzar más. It seems I have missed everything. Yeah, I'm already almost at the end. They struggle for the one last unseen embrace. Where are you, Kathy? I wish to have you in my embrace again. I knew for certain that you have been hunting me. Millions of words made real by Catherine and Heathcliff begin speeding by before us. Most stunning a tragedy full of suffering and lamentation, but among the infinity I catch a glimpse of tranquility. Outside the manor there are 2 gravestones marking Heathcliff and Catherine's final resting places. Our 2 youths who each resemble Heathcliff and Catherine, they gaze deeply into each other's eyes, their mouths drawn into the sweetest, happiest smiles, their hearts connected despite everything. And let my conviction blind myself to the other possibilities. Whenever Catherine eventually disappeared, millions of changing possibilities appeared before us. Mr. Earnshaw brings Heathcliff from the back streets. Hindley's scorn and hatred for Heathcliff remained the same, but without Catherine, Heathcliff had no reason to endure the suffering in Wuthering Heights, so he quickly moves on from Wuthering Heights. Each Heathcliff lives a different life, meets all kinds of different people, and lives on without Catherine. Our Heathcliff watches the worlds transformed, each Heathcliff living a life of his own and Catherine's existence slowly fading away from him. I would have understood if Heathcliff were to curse me with weeping cruel words. I would have understood if he were to grab and shake me by the collar. But Heathcliff was watching all of it in silence, as if he wished to carve each and every single one of them into his memory.
비로소
가지를
In her hands, she held a golden bow that appeared to have been pried from the
하지만
rooftop.
너는 마음 착한 애니까 내게 거울 조각을 처음 보여준 그 사람에게 소용없다는 거 알자. 너희는 온 힘을 다해 싸워서 쓰러지고 저 시계가 한 바퀴 돌아간 후엔
그래 찾을 거야. 황금 가지와
캐서린? 알아들을 수 없는 소리를 하네. 히스클리프.
She forgot Catherine.
너와 다른 사람들에겐 하지만 내겐
그렇게 간절하다면
This is not the ending I wanted.
날이 오길 바랄게.
Yo jugaré Limbus si estuviese en español. No sé en español. Limbus no tiene en español. Sad.
황금 가지만 있다면 어떤
I'm guessing Heathcliff will want to bring back Catherine then
이루어진
in the end if they succeed in their mission.
하얗게 타버렸습니다.
I wonder if the other people remembered Catherine or if it's just Heathcliff and maybe Dante.
그자에게 간 거겠지만
This isn't a failure. We'll get it back. Even if our hearts may be broken apart, if I give it my all, we'll be connected once again.
이 관 속에 들어있는 자의 이름이 죄송해요.
이 관과
The coffin and the person that lies within will be taken back to the headquarters by the after team.
본부로 전송해 놓을
Wait, so
겁니다.
Catherine is still there. People just don't remember her?
여전히
I'm still not okay. But Heathcliff was no longer trapped in a living dream. Perhaps that is precisely why he could open the door to see a new, wider world. Patches of
저
color.
꽃의 이름 황야에서 고독하게
Heath.
피어나지만 폭풍에도 몰라.
I don't know the time, I guess. Clear old Kathy. Oh, that's why it's called Clear Old Kathy. Thank you. I took an hour longer than I wanted to. Wait, one question. Really, no one understands Dante, but he can still. He's on Dante. We basically deleted Kathy from existence. Can't believe it. I wished for them to reconcile in some way, like a happier ending. I guess Limbus is usually not happy. Yeah, there are 12 of them. They're sinners, but they're like, I guess the people I manage. Like we're co-workers, right? I guess. What is he holding in his hands? Something that belongs to Catherine, maybe? Ya se acabó el canto. Todos los cantos terminan con una canción cantada por el principal del canto. The full varieties for the singers, which are alternate versions of them. Ya me spoileaste el final. Este es el final del canto. Y ahora sigue después el siguiente canto. What's with the box of toys? I'm curious about Virgilius as well. Like what he wants to get out of this. Because he said he sacrificed some stuff, or like he won't be able to get, most likely won't be able to get everything he asked for in the contract. That's wait, is that the story he's based on? He's hoping that with enough golden bells they can bring back his Kathy. Yeah, everyone is here for something, right? They all have something they want to make come true. Alright, I'm gonna research that about Leviathan. I don't know if I can get the book, so but I'm sure I can find information. Wait, if PM made it, then it should be around somewhere, right? As a backstory. Wait, Virgilius is part, like he appears as a character in the past games, or not? Go after it. Go. Oh yeah, it took off. Where the bloody hell are you looking at? Another day, another distortion hunting in the streets of T Corp as per LCD's orders. Looks like it didn't take too long for Heathcliff to be his usual energetic self once again. Maybe he's getting too passionate. Long time no. Wait, where are you? How do you still have color? Because the light is yet to reach me. Because the star is an unfathomable distance. What is he talking about? Do you like flowers too? I guess most people like flowers, right? Unless you're allergic to them, I guess. I think I've come to like them. Imagine that there was a single rose you've taken care of for a long time. Your room was always brimming from the sweet aroma of that flower. But one day you leave the rose behind to go on a long, long journey. In your journey you come across a large garden, and there you see thousands of the very same rose you once cared for. That sight brings you to tears and you drop to your knees. Why do you suppose that is? Is he gonna say something cynical or like my rose was not special? Because I've come to realize. Is he supposed to be from The Little Prince? He became a color fixer when the red mist vanished since she became a librarian in the library. Okay. But the one I truly loved was the rose I left behind.
맞아. 세상엔 수천 송이의 장미꽃 당신이 물을 주고
Okay.
가꿔 주고 가시했지.
I suppose that's how it was for Heathcliff and Catherine as well. They wished not for the happiness of infinite Catherines and Heathcliffs, but for the happiness of each other.
하지만 대부분의
It'll take most people a long time to understand that because most people are foolish. Once I learned to properly love my very own flower, I no longer need to protect the thousands of other roses in the world. People of this star care for thousands of rose blossoms in their own gardens but still fail to find what they really desire. But what of the other flowers that have already bloomed? What happens to them? You'll find the answer to that question yourself, and you can draw me as a ship. Why? Damian disappeared. He also wants a ship drawing. Dibújame un cordero. Ah, no. Ese libro también lo leí en la escuela. I hear the faint cry of the distant lamp. The lamp or ship? Wait, what? I don't remember. I guess it's a lamp.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다.
Dante es una referencia a la Divina Comedia o se llama Dante porque es uno más. Debe ser referencia a algún libro. When one vanishes or dies, the Hana Association. Alright. Okay, we're done. I actually have a lot of things to do, so I'm gonna go quickly. Thank you for coming to the stream. Take care, have a good weekend. See you next week. Gracias por venir al directo. Tengo muchas cosas que hacer. Me tomo más tiempo de lo que esperé este directo, así que ya me voy corriendo. Gracias por venir al directo, cuídense, nos vemos. Feliz fin de semana, adiós, bye bye.